What's up, guys? At the end of Jabber.
Eat ass. FischerSports.com. This is the one review on this boot. Good purchase. Great choice. The full details of the review. Good purchase. Great choice. From Gorazad. Hi, my name's Adam, and we're back again to talk about the new Fischer Transalp Pro for 2022-2023. This is a carryover boot, but it's the first time we're talking about it. So the Transalp is basically the boot that completed the Fischer touring boot line. They have a boot called the Traverse, which is the really lightweight, like you're skiing on skinny Skimo skis, or your main priority is long uphill treks. Then they have the Ranger, which is the like all mountain, I tour sometimes, or I need a stiffer, more aggressive boot. The Ranger 1, which is the wide version of that boot. Now, as of last year, we have the Transalp Pro. Transalp Pro is basically that boot that kind of fills that void between a super lightweight boot and a slightly heavier all mountain boot. The purpose of it is to either get a stronger boot on somebody who is a little heavier maybe, or skis more aggressively, and that a Traverse just doesn't work for. Or it's for somebody who wants a just lighter weight touring option, and still wants to be able to ski most skis. I pretty much exclusively skied in this boot last year, even on groomers, even on like my regular everyday setup, whether I was running an Alpine binding or I was running a Dynafit binding or a similar binding. Some of the things I really like about it, it's a 2-buckle system, but the buckles are in the right place, so the boot actually flexes really well. It's probably like a 110, 115 flex if we're being totally honest. Fischer doesn't give a true flex rating for this boot, so I'm guessing. What's a true flex rating anyway? None of this stuff actually is measured or makes any sense. It's all relative. And I'm sure people know 130s are not 130s, right? Like every 130 is not built the same. So anyway, back to this boot. One of the things that I really, really like about this boot is how comfortable and easy to walk it is with these soles. Fully rubberized soles. Even though like I have been skiing it in most bindings, it wouldn't be my first recommendation. It's an ISO 9523. So will it work? Yes. Is it going to pass all binding tests? Not necessarily. So make sure it fits your binding correctly before you go and buy this boot and use it as your everyday option. I'm an idiot, so I did it myself and just kind of ran with it. Anyway, makes it really easy to walk, very grippy, ideal for parking lot situations and icy treks and all that good stuff. Really easy release from the power strap. You just pull on this tab here, and then obviously to tighten down, you just pull and cinch and it'll lock into place. The InStep buckle has 2 different adjustment points where you can actually bring this buckle back. So if you have a slightly lower instep, you want this top buckle to be tighter, really simple. Just slide that buckle 1 slot over. It also has this, like, I don't know what material is this? Anybody know? I don't know. It's some waterproof material that's over your instep. It's softer, so when you get into the boot, you don't have a ton of pressure over your instep, even though you do have this reverse-oriented buckle right here, which is clamping down on the top. It just gives you a little room over the top there. So this boot in the Pro model is made out of Pebax. Pebax is basically a recycled, 90% recycled material that is made of caster. It is lightweight, but it's also stiff. It has a lot of the similar properties that polyurethane does. So high performance boot, but lightweight. That's basically what we're getting at here. The other thing I actually really, really enjoy about this boot is it has a really solid walk mode on a lot of the lightweight touring boots, especially ones that are sub 1,300 grams, like this one's 1280 in this size. It has a very aggressive notch. So when it locks in well. And that's one of the things that you kind of have to be aware of with touring boots. If you're going to use it as your everyday boot, it needs to not have a ton of backward motion to it. And boots like this boot, or say the Technica Cochise, the redesigned one, have really well locked in walk modes. And that's a big difference from years past where these walk modes would start to wear out over the course of a few months, and all of a sudden you had this weird backward play, and it really decreased the performance of the boot. Fischer's kind of solved that issue. They have for a few years, but they're implementing it into the new Transalp Pro. The last thing I'll say about this boot is it actually comes with a really, really nice liner for what it is. It's comfortable, it heat molds really well, and it's anatomically correct. So on most nice boots, that's not really a thing you need to talk about because they're all anatomically correct, meaning your ankle bones actually line up and your heel sits in the correct pocket for right and left leg. But the thing that I like about this liner so much is that it's still super lightweight, right? Like the boot is sub 1,300 grams, yet somehow the liner is still a performance liner. So for more info on this boot, full specs, and whatever else you need to know, hit up outofpodcast.com for the newest reviews. Thanks.